Good evening and welcome to Conversations with Taz. Tonight we are going to talk about a dichotomy of things. We are going to discuss the Derek Chauvin verdict. We're also going to talk about the shooting of Ma'Khia Bryant. We're also going to talk about Officer Potter and a numerous amount of things because as much as people want to claim a victory because Derek Chauvin was convicted on all three charges, it's just a step in the proper direction. But we're going to break down everything. And tonight, my first guest is Nyleave, who is actually boots on the ground and lives a stone's throw through what is happening right now. So, Nyleave, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nyleave. I am an activist. I am a journalist in St. Paul, Minnesota. I am what Tash just said, boots on the ground. I have been out there protesting since Monday last week. Took a little break due to some scheduling conflicts, and I'll be back out there protesting again later on this week.
And I know that you're one of, as far as I know, the only person that actually was outside of a particular person's house protesting. Would you like to inform us on that?
Yes, I was outside Kim Porter's house protesting last Thursday. I was live on TikTok, and TikTok decided that they wanted to be racist and banned my account from going live until tomorrow morning. So with that being said, I have not been able to go live on TikTok due to that. Multiple people reported my live and saying that I got a community guideline violation. TikTok would not tell me what violation I got, um, and why they actually banned my live. Not only that, they did not tell me what the appeal process was going to be like, and I still have not heard about that as well.
Yeah, the vast majority of my things are still under review. But let's start with the Derek Chauvin. We're all happy and relieved, and we were able to breathe a sigh of relief because we know historically within this country, Black and brown people are not given justice. It's either delayed infinitively and we're giving justice posthumously after we've already transitioned unto the ancestors, or we're just not given justice whatsoever. And so many people are claiming that it's a victory, but I don't think they realize it's just a step. We still have to go through sentencing. We still have other cases that also need to come down with convictions.
Mm-hmm.
And would you like to talk about the cases just in your own backyard alone that you all are waiting either to come to trial, etc.?
So a lot of us Minnesotans are saying one down, three to go, which means that we have three other officers that we need to try and convict in the murder trial of George Floyd. So we are still trying to get the other three officers convicted. Their court dates are in August of this year. We're not sure exactly the set date yet. And then we have one more officer, Kim Porter, separate from the George Floyd, the killing of George Floyd by four Minneapolis police officer. A lot of people like to call Brooklyn Center Minneapolis. I want to go ahead and stress this. Brooklyn Center is north of Minneapolis and it's the north suburb of Minneapolis. It is different from Minneapolis. It is about 10 minutes away. So please stop calling it another Minneapolis police killing. It is not. Yes, it is another police killing, but it's a killing is a police officer from Brooklyn Center. Also, there's two different types of Brooklyn centers in Brooklyn cities in Minnesota. We have Brooklyn Center and we also have Brooklyn Park. Two separate cities right next to each other. kind of like St. Paul and Minneapolis. They're called the Twin Cities of the North, pretty much. So yeah, Kim Porter fatally shot that day, right, last Sunday, and this was in I want to say week three, not even week three of the trial of Derek Chauvin. Yes, Minnesota celebrated last night, but we also know that we have three other officers that we need to convict regarding George Floyd, and then we have one more officer that we need to convict, Kim Porter. Two separate cases, two separate Minnesota cities.
And I think a lot of people need to realize that Derek Chauvin went through a divorce last year. And the only reason he went through a divorce is so that his wife, the sister of Officer Tao, who was there and combative, if you watch the trial, you see where Officer Tao was combative with, to me, outside of the expert witnesses for the prosecution, the young man who was the MMA fighter who had trained with the police department. And he was very vocal, and Tao was giving him pushback. I don't think a lot of people realize that Officer Tao's sister, at the time of George Floyd's death, was Derek Chauvin's wife. She divorced him after he was originally arrested, and the original indictment came down to protect her real estate business. And let it be noted that a month and a half ago, Derek and the wife were brought up on federal charges in court for fraud.
Yep.
And during the course of the Derek Chauvin trial, there was a mystery woman that took the seat next to him for, I believe, 3 days of the trial. So this is something that is ingrained. You have to realize that people talk about the thin blue line, the blue line. It goes deeper. Just like the man who was pulled over in his full army uniform. He was the cousin of Eric Gardner.
Yep.
George Floyd's girlfriend taught the young man who was just shot to death, Deontay. Like, everything is intertwined. Like, we have trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma. People don't realize how interconnected things are within the dichotomy and even within the intersectionality of the Black community and the brown community. Hey, blue man, I see you, boo. And that's what's sad. And what gets me even more is that we can trace all the connectivity all the way back to Emmett Till. Because we've had victims whose mothers, aunts were like the babysitter of Emmett Till. We can trace people back to, this was my cousin.
Correct.
And while we were sitting on pins and needles, waiting to see if we were going to be let down yet again, as the imports into this country that was established on stolen land, because I'm going to call a spade, we had to sit back and watch an honor roll 16-year-old call the police and say, hey, there's a group of girls outside trying to jump me, and she's the one that ends up dead.
Shot 4 times. And then not even minutes, they say, back to blue.
And my thing is, I watched the video and I've talked to several people and they're like, oh, she was running towards somebody at the car. I watched that video from several angles. And I'm like, when she was running towards the car, that side of the car was empty. Who was standing there? That's why there was a grown ass man that was like, that was a child. That was a child running from you. I'm sorry. When I was a child and I grew up around guns, if somebody had a gun pointed at me, would I have run? Yes. Does that mean I have something to hide? No. I worked in banks. I worked in a bank that was robbed while I was on my shift. If I could have ran at that point, would I have? Yes. And I watched my vault teller. And if you've ever worked in a bank, you know the vault teller is like the head teller. And they pistol whipped the fuck out of that woman. If I could have ran, would I have? Yes.
Hey, honey.
Hey, my co-host just pulled up.
How y'all doing?
I'm good. How are you?
If you all don't know, my co-host for Conversations with Taz is Miss Alicia over here. Say hey to the people.
Hi, people. How y'all doing?
I had to convince her to be my co-host. I now owe her some gumbo. So if y'all see a remote version of Conversations with Taz, I'm making my delivery.
Mm-hmm.
You got my address. I ain't fucking around with her.
Now leave. What's happening, gorgeous?
Hey, Alicia, how are you?
But we're talking about not leave. You know her crazy ass went and protested by herself in front of Officer Kim Potter's house.
Now leave. Let me tell you something about Now Leave. I've been watching Now Leave. Now Leave. Don't play no motherfucking games. You hear me?
Truth.
And I'm here for it.
Yes. And what y'all see under her screen name, just take the space out of it, put an @ in front of it, and make sure you go follow the sister on TikTok. Make sure you follow and on Instagram because and we be on Instagram clowning.
Yeah, because TikTok wants to suppress my videos.
Yeah.
Ever since yesterday.
That's why you're here. And that's why, Alicia, isn't this what we were talking about?
Yep.
If you want to on other platforms.
Since we can't say what we got to say on TikTok because we keep getting mass reported,
we're going to say it here.
We're going to say it here.
And I keep getting reported on Facebook, too. I'm on my 15-month Facebook ban.
Wow. Listen, I gave up Facebook.
We're going to say it here.
Mm-hmm. We gave up on Facebook a long time ago. I remember I got a 30-day ban. Girl, I got done with the 30-day ban, and I was like, I went to post, and it was like, you've been banned for another 30 days.
30 days.
Oh, I got y'all beat. I got 2 profiles and 2 fan pages. I got banned on all of them bitches for 90 days at one time.
Damn.
But co-host, isn't that why we said we're gonna do what we do? Mm-hmm. What we said.
And this is just a disclaimer, right? What we say on this platform, which is YouTube, if you decide to watch, take little snippets, and bring it back to TikTok,
that's on you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I would like to say this as well for those who are watching and taking anything I say out of context off of YouTube and bring it over to TikTok. I'll be watching for my name.
Okay, well, Alicia, you popular. Tara said hey, Blue Man said hey, K-pop. First the fucking all, you know what?
Y'all rude, y'all better
say hi to me.
I got Tara said no she don't LOL, but it came to the top of me.
Okay, I know we're talking about a serious topic, but I'm conceited. I got a reason. I'm conceited. First of all, y'all can't say hi to me. Shit. Anywho.
I watched us on YouTube. I watched the 3-hour bash fest. Even though people
we have so
many people accountable, but okay.
People.
But I digress. People not allowed to air their grievances. It's a bash fest. But anyway, I watched us, and let me just say this: you all are fucking beautiful.
I wish I was there, but I had prior engagements.
Now we're gonna discuss that on Conversations After Dark on Sunday night.
Okay, let's do it.
But for now,
you're well. Alicia, you know more about the rules, regulations than the two of us, and how you supposed to deal with people.
Yes,
Um, I know you watched the video of the
mhm,
lovely Ma'Khia Bryant.
I did.
I know how I feel about it, but I'm not in the industry. So my thoughts, I know, are just thoughts and could be purely speculation and could not be how in the moment you could deal with it. But could you give us, like, how would you have dealt with it?
Well, first of all, it's about communication, right? And one of my biggest issues with law enforcement is they don't communicate with each other. They don't communicate with dispatch, especially when you have these gun ho officers that think that they know everything, right? So, from what I'm gathering, is the baby called the police because girls were trying to jump her. And let me say this, at any point in time, if I'm wrong about something, please correct me. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll do further research. But from what I gathered,
Mm-hmm.
she called the police for help. Upon the police arriving, instead of trying to defuse a situation, he just pulled out his gun and ended it. Now, I know people say, well, you just a security guard. You know what? We'll take that. You understand? Because I don't need y'all doxing me. Is my boss don't like y'all. So anyway, training. If you pull that gun, you better damn well make sure that your life is being threatened or someone else's life is being threatened.
Okay, but I have a question. And I don't buy into that just a security guard situation because I've had security guards treat me with more respect than the police, and I've had security guards protect me better than the police.
Yeah.
Uh, so I admit I am biased in that situation. But the
Me
question I'm
too.
going to ask is a genuine question. If someone calls the police, shouldn't you verify who called the police first?
Mm-hmm.
Our communication.
Am I wrong? It is because they didn't even, from all the videos I saw, from all of the angles, and just like Alicia said, if I'm wrong, if y'all saw a different angle, if y'all got an extended video that I did not
Please
see,
tell me.
please
Yeah,
make me aware
always.
of it. But I watched several different videos, several different angles. I talked to people. Any of y'all that know my background as a teenager, I grew up in Cincinnati. I went to undergraduate college in Columbus. So there were people I could reach out to.
Mhm.
And from what they're seeing on their local news, talking to their neighbors, their friends, everything, it wasn't established who called. So how do you know who's the threat if you don't establish who made the call? And that's what makes me fearful. What
And
if
and
what if a situation breaks out at my house? And Alicia, you know what I just did at my house. I'm not gonna say it publicly, but you know
Mhm.
what I just did at my house. What if
Mhm.
I invite people over and shit gets out of hand? What stops them from shooting me, not knowing I'm the one that called for help?
And that's the part that bothers me is the lack of communication with the dispatcher, as well as the fact that you see on his body cam when he approaches, there's a man who kicks a girl.
I was coming to that next.
You know, my thing is this: if there is everything with the exception of the taser, I carry everything that a cop carries. And unless you are being charged at with a weapon, a lethal weapon that could potentially kill you, you don't pull that fucking weapon. His initial report was that the girl was trying to stab him.
But wait a minute. My okay, this
That
is
that was
where
his initial report.
this is where a dear friend of mine, we kind of had a little bit of an argument because I'm like, from all the videos I watched, all the angles, she was going to the car. Now, my friend was like, oh, there was a person at the car. When I watched all the angles, when she was running to the car, there was nobody by the car. I'm not, and Alicia, you know me. Naleeb, you know me. I'm not calling nobody a liar. I'm not doing, y'all know this. So please confirm to the people. I'm just going by what I saw. Right. And if you pay attention to the audio, when it's all done and he still does not render aid to this young girl, he said she was coming at me. You shot her in the back. How was that coming at you?
So that alone is what is grounds, because he falsified documents is what he did. Okay. That alone should have his badge taken and him be arrested.
Okay.
And here's a story I want to give you, right? So I had some personal issues going on and I ended up having to call the police, right? I won't go into details, but I had to call the police. And what the fuck was that? Oh, shit. Time to go inside. Anyway, I called the police, and the first set of police officers that came out, they were really nice. They sat there and listened to me. They heard everything I had to say, because a lot of police officers in my area, I've had to work with them. I've been doing security since 2008. 2021. So a lot of police officers know me.
No, she's in the South, so y'all have a reference. That's all I'm gonna say. She's in the South.
I'm in Texas.
Okay, I want to say all that, sis.
I ain't tripping. It is what it is. They can try their luck. But anyway, so they told me, they gave me a report number, and then once I had to go and call them again, a second set of police officers came out. Now, mind you, I'm the one that called the police. I never met these cops before. Now I'm standing there in a bonnet and a muumuu dress with my ID.
Well, we got to be comfortable, sis. Shit.
Right. But I want y'all to keep that little token in mind. I had my muumuu dress on, and I had my bonnet on my head. I had my police report and my ID, my driver's license. When they got out their vehicle, I said, "How you doing?" And my ID, my driver's license. I said, "I'm Alicia such and such," and it was like, "Who are you? And what's going on here?" I said, "Well, this is my driver's license. This is my police report." He walked right past me. Didn't want to hear nothing I had to say. I said, "Okay." So they stayed inside that house for about 15 minutes. When they came back out, see, it's a tactic that's called a V shape, like a V. When the officers are about to arrest someone, what they do is they get you at a V. If you in the middle, one is going to stand in front of you, and the other one is going to stand at an angle of you. So that's what they did me. And they were about to arrest me for disorderly conduct. I wasn't saying a word. I said, "I'm the one that called the police." "Well, it doesn't matter." I said, "That's okay. Go ahead and get your sergeant out here." Now, I'm going to tell you what saved me from them possibly beating my ass. An officer who works hard for the community, helps out in the community. They about to beat my ass. I was on the phone with my old man. My old man is a cop. And he was on speakerphone. "Officer such and such and officer such and such, is that you?" "Well, who is that? Put your phone down." He said, "She will not put her phone down. This is such and such and such and such." Everybody's whole demeanor changed in that V shape became both of them standing in front of me. Did you communicate with dispatch about what was going on before you arrived? Well, no, sir. But did you communicate with dispatch? Because had you communicated with dispatch, they would have told you to call me so I can let you know what's going on.
And that's the problem.
Yep. That's why I say communication.
And you know, and Naleave knows, and I know there's at least 2 people watching that know. I have an older brother. There's a police officer, and I've been in that same situation where I've had to call him, and he's had to tell people like, "Whoa, wait a minute." And one of the situations, I was taking stuff to my dumpster. I had dislocated my own shoulder because I was, y'all know me. I was being hard-headed. Oh, I can do it myself. I can do it. I dislocated my shoulder. I'm hobbling because of the pain back to my door to be able to get back to my phone to call for help. The Karen, it lives in the corner of my cul-de-sac. It's like, I don't think that she lives there. I don't know how I would have been able to get through the front fucking door, but okay. So I'm in pain, trying to call, and I had to do the same thing. Call my brother on speaker. Because, and you dislocate, it's obvious. The shoulder is dislocated. That shit is sitting up at your neck.
And the cops that are crooked cops, they'll make it worse. And they'll think they can. Let me just clear the air about the difference between police officers and security officers, because a lot of people tend to make fun of security officers, calling us top flight and run a cop and all this stuff like that. Sweetie, I make great money. You understand? I make great money, and every day I put my life on the line. Yeah, that's just a security officer. You understand?
And let me say, and I don't mean to cut you off, but let me say this. 6 different times in my life, I have legitimately had my life saved and had someone finally take me serious. And I'm talking, I work for myself, leaving meetings, being out at networking gatherings, even 1 year from my birthday. I could go on and on and on. Y'all need to stop. Y'all really need to stop judging people and stop this back to blue, because the people who really protect us, they don't wear blue.
I don't wear blue.
And you actually, I have been places and just saw a random security officer and walked up to them and be like, "Sir, ma'am, I feel like this person is following me. I feel unsafe. I have to go down into this parking garage. I don't feel safe going by." Do you know they called somebody else to come sit in their post and they walked me down? If I would have walked up to a cop, do you know what they generally say? There's nothing we can do until a crime is committed.
You have to call the police.
Like, motherfucker, I'm not trying to die before you decide to take me seriously.
My thing is this:
a professional security personnel put their life on the line to get in an elevator, ride down with me, walk to find my car, got me, and actually, this is embarrassing, where I parked at because I was driving an Avalanche at the time. I couldn't back it out on my own, and he was very benevolent and backed it out for me. Y'all, I have a problem. I never want to damage anybody else's property. And I couldn't see this. Okay. Y'all seen them little bitty smart cars. They decided to like shit. I didn't want to hit his shit. So he backed it out for me. And he sat there and he radioed other people, because as I was leaving the parking garage, and this is how I know he radioed other people, as I was going past, they all waved at me like, "You good? You good? You good?"
Right,
like,
right.
These are the people who actually care about us.
Yeah, I mean, listen. While people
don't even back you.
While people make fun of me for being a security officer, just know on this post alone, and that's not talking about the years of service that I've given to the community. On this post alone, I have saved so many people from being brutalized by police. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that, listen, when I see a homeless person, know what I think in my mind? I'm one paycheck away.
That's how I feel. I'm one deposit away.
I respect people. I treat people like decent human beings. You understand? I've even sat with homeless people and ate with them. You understand? It's not in me. It's not in me to treat people any kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm a security guard.
Earlier today, I had some homeless people, and I told them, I said, pretend like y'all my friends. Everybody named Katie. We met up. And we had lunch together at a lovely bistro because they turned these people away. And I just walked up like, hey, Katie, how you doing? And they looking at me and I was like, y'all names is all Katie, spelled different. We about to have lunch together. We about to be friends today. And they looked at me and they caught on, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. They done caught on. We gonna have lunch together today.
Correct. That's how you treat them.
Can I say something?
Yes, now leave.
Okay, so I was at Target earlier this afternoon, and there was this guy that just rubbed me off the walkway. No Sharpie card, no baskets, nothing in his hands. Wearing green jacket, a black mask, looking, staring at people up and down. And I'm like, something doesn't add up.
Well, hold on. Now
so
leave.
Because I know everybody
protection. Was he melanin deficient?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's trying to put you in the basement, baby. But first of all, this the first time you telling me that you went to Target today? We talked on my birthday coming up, and you just now telling me live on air you went to Target and you thought I was gonna slide past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
The name is not Target.
You couldn't get me the chicken nuggies from Target.
First of all, you did not tell me what you wanted from Target.
I want chicken nuggets.
When is your birthday?
It's on Saturday. I want chicken nuggets. But I realized
chicken nuggets
from Minnesota.
Like that's what I was saying.
Pickup.
Okay, you can send me an adult coloring book. Cause I got the fancy dancy twistable crayons. So I'm trying to color everything.
You got twistable crayons?
All right, so back to the story.
Okay, because tomorrow I'll show you. They're so cool. But they're upstairs and I don't want to run upstairs to like go get them. But they're cool.
They twist. Where were those when I was a kid?
All right, so Target. So because I know almost everybody at this Target, particularly the managers, the security guards, and half of the store's employees, I decided to go to electronic sections. Mm-hmm. I hit up one of the guys I talk to on a regular basis up there. I'm like, hey, this particular person is following me around, following everybody else around, looking them up and down. That seems suspicious. That seemed weird because he did not have no Sharpie card, did not have no baskets in his hands, it did not have no items in his hands.
Oh yeah, that's some the lotion on. But wait a minute. Can we confirm this?
What this comment here?
K-pop.
Ma'Khia had been jumped by 3 adult women.
Who?
I was trying to get her.
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and confirm this real quick.
Yeah.
Please do. We're not denying what you're saying, K-pop Mama 83. We just pride ourselves on facts over feelings, and I personally didn't hear about that when I was doing my research, but I could have missed something. And I will gladly admit that I missed something.
Yeah, I didn't hear that either. I did a video about it last night. As
because
soon
I
as
know that there were other girls from her high school that yeah. No, my birthday is 4/24, baby. What everybody is trying to say is rape day, and we're gonna reclaim that day. Do you understand me? We're gonna party all day. We're gonna party on
Yeah, we're
Facebook.
gonna
We're
reclaim
gonna
that
party
day.
on
Rape
Instagram.
day. I don't
We're
know
gonna
who
party
came
on
up with that.
TikTok. We're gonna party on
That's a
YouTube.
bullshit.
yeah,
We're gonna party on we're gonna party everywhere on 4/24 because we women, and
mhm,
this is the ultimate birthday gift that I can ask for. Every woman, I don't care if you're a cis woman, a trans woman, or if you're non-binary. Let's all get together. We are going to party, and we're going to show these incels we are unbothered. We're going
mhm.
to party together over everything on the 24th, this Saturday, for my
Oh,
birthday.
yeah.
And we're going to show them we are unafraid and we are a united front. And if you want the smoke, we're going to give you this smoke. Period.
Period.
That's what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
That is what we are going to do. Do you understand me?
Okay,
Saturday
so
is not
I
going
hear
to
ya.
be rape day. This Saturday is going to be praise women day. If I
Mhm.
don't have anything else to leave in my legacy, y'all going to remember 4/24/21. Taz said it is praise women day, and that's what we going to do from sun up to sundown. You understand me?
Yes,
You understand me? That's what we going to do.
I understand you.
I don't give a damn if y'all don't remember
all right,
anything else
so
I do.
upon
Y'all
the
do it on Saturday.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
okay,
Oops,
so
oops.
upon the research regarding K-pop Mama's 83's comment, it was not three adults, it was three teenagers who were swinging at Ma'Khia Bryant.
Mhm.
It
Yeah, I
is
thought
from
so.
multiple sites. ABC30.com, Yahoo said the same thing. NPR also said the same thing. New York Post said the same thing. Uh, that code.uk said the same thing as well. So it's multiple news source sites are saying that it was three teenagers that was trying to fight Ma'Khia Bryant.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's what I thought too. When I had first done my video, we didn't have as much information as there is now. We just had the initial story. So a lot of the details weren't all in place, but so I'm gonna have to at least
No,
look
and a
at
lot of the details was like fake.
Hmm?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to.
It's falling off.
Where's she at? I have somebody else that wants to come on, so hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to send them the
Who's
link real
coming
quick.
in? See.
Okay.
Also, when I found out about Ma'Khia Bryant's murder, I was just arriving on the scene of the Minneapolis courthouse after the verdict was read. Some random dude come up to me and I was like, wait, there was another one? And I was like, oh damn.
No, I went to go pick up lunch because we all know I've been sick for the past couple days. And thank you all. And oh my God, I'm sorry I waited this long into the broadcast. For those of you all that reached out, I am fine. Um, I know it seemed weird that I still like got on the broadcast today. This is my platform. Was opening up people. So that's why I kind of okay, Alicia,
I'm sorry, baby.
but I don't have a problem with opening up my platform to other people so that they can have a voice, and that's what I was doing, even though I was sick as a dog. But I went to go get lunch, and any of you all that follow me on TikTok, y'all know that I love to cook, and I will jump up and cook on live. But I couldn't. It wasn't gonna happen. I'm just it wasn't gonna happen. No. So but I do thank you for your well wishes and everything else. Uh but yeah, I'm fine. I'm a lot better now. Like I'm not coughing and I mean, my nose is still a little sore from, and I even got the good tissue that was supposed to be like moisturized. It still hurt my nose. I still gotta put moisturizer on my nose. But baby, trust and believe. On Saturday, I'm gonna beat this face.
Do it.
And I got some transitions ready for y'all that.
Okay, then. I have high expectations, Taz.
Don't tell Prince Daniel, T. Nathan, or I Speak because they be snitching.
I'm telling you, we're on live YouTube. They already know.
They're gonna find out for like 3 days because I ain't even gonna tell them we live right now. You do realize I have to text them like when people go live. I did.
You do now.
You know they're live right now.
Excuse me. Make that your last time muting me. You know, people already telling me that I'm the weakest link, and y'all be making me shut up. Don't make me edit this bitch out.
First of all, Daddy Alisa.
Thank you.
Come sit right here.
I don't want to sit right there. I want you to stop fucking muting me.
What? I'm reverberating on your side.
Oh, reverberating. What you said about a vibrator?
What did I just walk around?
Listen, I was trying to send people a link. The link that you sent me, I was trying to send them the link so they can watch us, and they're like, "What the hell is that?"
I'm coming on 2 sides on your screen.
Oh no, I know why you muted me because I'm at work and the radio's going off and stuff, so I get it.
No, you're coming.
There's all the reverb. I hear it.
Right, my voice comes your mic right here.
Well, maybe you need to get off my phone then. What's happening, Jesse Lee?
What's happening? I'm hearing my voice.
You have the feed in your background.
Okay, goodbye.
So close the feed.
Oh, she just muted herself. But Alicia, to answer your question, I'm doing well.
But just close the YouTube feed in your background. She gonna come up here and fight me.
Hey.
Hi, Tia. Let me go back on mute.
Let me go back on mute.
Wait, hold on. If I'm gonna do my Tia dance, I got to do my Tia dance right. Hold on, wait a minute.
The fact that you actually like it in person makes me happy.
Did you make that?
I'm not done with my Tia dance.
Nice. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, now you can talk.
Okay, did you make that?
Yeah, I made that, and then I made that grinder that's in her hand right now.
Oh, nice.
And then I also made her a tray.
Nice.
I made that on my live,
I made this hooded shawl.
Wait, I need one of those.
And the hat that
why y'all taking away
I made like that one
from my dance moment. Hey, look. And I even found a shirt that kind of matches it. So
it does.
It does match. That's nice.
I don't know why
I made like that one.
Something watermelon-y like that, but I was like, that looks cool.
First of all, Alicia is judging my dancing. I never said I could dance.
I see it in her face.
Yes, you did.
I see it in her face.
Oh my!
I said I do happy dances. The happy dance is just look. First of all, let's take a pause, y'all. For anybody that has ever seen me in their comment section, go say do a happy dance. Let me explain the happy dance to y'all right now live. Happy dance is if you're in a good mood, you just dance. It doesn't matter how your body moves, it makes you feel good. If you're in a bad mood, just get in the mirror or just get in the middle of the room, play your favorite song, and just move your body how it feels good to you. That's a happy dance. It doesn't have to look good. It doesn't have to be on beat. It doesn't just do you. That's
Dances nowadays aren't on beat anyway.
I don't know. I
Dances aren't
still
on
hit the 2 and the 4 every time I fucking dance.
I'm not a trained dancer. Okay.
Oh, I was sorry. I plie, releve, assemble, and chante, sachet.
Okay,
All the
technically I am.
Sashay
But I'm
away, just
people
say.
feel good, Jeffrey.
Away, just
I'm
say.
sorry. Excuse me.
I'm
for
also
being
a model that hung in galleries, but I still try to make people feel good. Okay.
I played the saxophone.
I was a flautist.
I played the flute.
I was a
Drums in a skirt and heels. So
Mm.
I modeled once.
this is why I
Actually,
can play the
twice.
drums at church.
Never done any of that.
No.
I'm not talented. I'm not a talented individual.
Now wait. Let me say, y'all not gonna keep on trying me. Oh, y'all not gonna keep on trying me.
Take him to church, Taz. Take him to
I'm
church.
gonna be happy. I don't care if your attitude's snappy. I'm gonna be happy. Leave me alone.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
How
Man.
long have you guys been here already?
I just
Like
got
an
here.
hour.
I just got here.
I took my glasses off, so don't ask me no questions.
Like an hour.
Wait, Alicia. Wait, my co-hosts keep leaving me.
Alicia says quit playing tag.
At least you got that look saying stop.
She
Drop.
left. You left me.
Not bad.
Y'all about to
Bad,
get me
bad.
beat up. Alicia Boo, you know I love you.
Don't try to butter her up. Oh, she's not talking to you. Haley,
What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Oh, don't say that. I'm sipping wine.
Why? Sip,
You
sip.
know, I'm just
And
too
y'all sound like a bunch of hurt animals on the side of the road.
Oh, wait a minute.
wait.
Wait, hold up. That's what we sound like. Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all be quiet real quick. Oh, I got you, Alicia. I was born by a river in a little town, and just like the river goes, I've been born ever since. It's been a long, 'cause I'm coming, and I know.
Hold on, y'all. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Think this about.
Oh, dang, whatever you're drinking has taken the form of the green screen. I'm like,
How can I help you, sir?
I'm like,
This is Sprite.
oh, that's
Sprite.
gotcha.
Marco.
Oh wow, I just walked out the building. I am security. But I literally just walked out that door, so what? Well, damn. Right. What I'll do is I'll walk around, and if I see, okay, juice. Deuce. Okay.
It's small, brown, with got extra colors. Got a tail with a little long hair, fish tail.
Okay. I'll walk around, see if I see him. Okay. All right. You ain't bothering me. I just couldn't hear you.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, we can't even do our jobs while being black.
Hold on. I know we were jokey joke before that,
Yeah,
but this is a real life example of someone not taking a Black woman seriously, then
Facts.
saying what her position is, and then them seeing her uniform.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
That part. Oh my
That part.
God. We just,
And the thing about it is, those of us, whether you identify as female or non-binary and you're physically presenting as female, or and I even know non-binary individuals that physically present as males that have told me they feel more comfortable going up to a woman, someone that presents to them as a woman before they even know their pronouns. And y'all get to understand right now in real time why we feel this way.
Facts.
Because I think everybody on this panel has a story where we have felt threatened and we've walked up to a man and they've brushed us off.
yep.
Which has led to other incidents. And we have to, if we're going to have this conversation, we have to admit that shootings like Sandra Bland, deaths of Sandra Bland, Tatiana, Brianna, Ma'Khia, is because there's a certain group of men who have been taught that if it's Black and it presents to me as a woman, it's a danger. Either it's used for sex or it's used for danger.
Facts.
Because even though we keep being written out of history, we know who started every movement in this country to get change.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a disgusting post. I don't know if y'all saw my stitch with it, because y'all know how sick I was this week.
Yep.
And for me, and Jesse, we talked about this earlier, and Alicia, you know this also, that it got to a point where my skin physically hurt. I threw something on to give somebody historical fact, like, nah, baby boy, Black women have been your greatest protectors since we've been imported into this country. And let me repeat this, since we've been imported into this country, and we were imported by force. And wait a minute, while I got y'all attention, let's dispel the biggest myth ever. Stop saying that Black people sold Black people into slavery. You do realize who began chattel slavery. It was the Portuguese. And then when the white man decided he was not going to pay the Portuguese price, guess what he started doing? He started pirating the Portuguese ships.
Facts.
It got to the point where princes on the continent of Africa started writing letters. And one of the most infamous letters was the Prince Alexander letters. Google it. Started writing letters to the Portuguese saying, please stop stealing my people. I have no people left. And when y'all try to put out that narrative that, oh, within the United States, Black people were slave owners. No, we bought our freedom and started buying the freedom of our family members that we knew were our family members. I know when my people got here, and I know who came before us that had to be bought out. Because truth be told, there's an entire block in the city of Macon, Georgia that belongs to my fucking family. And you want to know why it now belongs to my family? We bought it back. We started putting houses on it so we wouldn't be homeless. We had white passing members because, and I'm sorry, white folks, if you want to be offended, then that means that you're racist. Because if you're not racist, you're not going to be offended by what the fuck I'm about to say. Y'all don't pay attention to features. You pay attention to skin tone. That's why y'all buying that colorist bullshit that Mia and Vanessa are putting forward, saying that my cousin, my Afro-Latina cousin, that's a blood relative of my ass, is a white woman. And that Cuban Delight is a white woman. Because y'all don't pay attention to features. You pay attention to complexion. That's why we were able to walk through the streets with our enslaved family members and walked them to slavery. That's why Harriet Tubman was able, before there was prosthetics to put on your face, just put something over her head and dress like an old lady, but be a young lady and walk through Confederate cities and get information and fuck y'all up because you pay attention from the neck down instead of the neck up. That's why y'all say that your white women look so young when we know they look frazzled dazzled in the face, looking 85, but claiming that they're 25. But because they go to the gym 3-4 times a week. Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Tell me. If I'm lying, I'm dying.
No lies. No lies detected.
And while they're buying our bodies, buying our melanin, buying everything about us, you tell us that it's unprofessional to be who we are at the workplace. But you, yes, sis, yes, come sit next to me. For the woe Vicky that comes in acting like she ain't got a brain cell in her damn head. But, and right now on the screen, you have a plethora of Black individuals that are making it and doing it. And none of us have typical jobs for our gender, for our race, for the times that we're in. Think about it. Think about it. What all of us do for our race, our gender, and the times that we're in, which one of us should be dropped into that category? I'll wait. Which one of us?
Well, you already know that I'm a nanny, you know?
But I mean, right now, people prefer a Manny and a white Manny.
So that
I said right now, people prefer a Manny and a white Manny.
Really?
Oh, it's all over. It's the next big thing.
Just the next big thing.
Who is?
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. I feel bad about that. I'm sorry.
No, but think about it. What we're all doing, and even with you being a nanny, who's the biggest spokesperson for nannies? Mary Poppins, Nanny McPhee. Do they look like you?
No.
What's the one lady that had a whole show?
Oh God.
She was like English and white.
Oh, Super Nanny.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was like it was a reality. There was reality show, Super Nanny, and then there was the Nanny, which was
the Nanny.
Yeah, like I'm talking about both of them. They are our faces on there?
No.
Because if somebody else were to come in and take care of our children, they would call that foster care. Okay. If somebody took Tia's creativity, would they assign that to them?
No.
Tia's vigor, would they assign that to them? My Leave gives speeches like on national platforms. Is that the face that they're looking for?
And I think this is kind of where we can go into, how do you pronounce her name? Ma'Khia? She was the one who asked for help. Yeah. She was the one who called for 911. And she was the one who was killed.
Yep.
And because she wasn't the victim. She wasn't the victim face that they wanted. She wasn't the color of the perfect victim.
And what scared me the most is that I know that they gave me permission to say this, but it still hurts my heart. Okay. My oldest two children, when they were in middle school, they had a history teacher that both of them had to go to. That for some reason, she had it out for my children. I had never met this woman. This was early in the school year before we even had a parent-teacher conference, anything. So I'm like, I know my kids don't say anything in class. They're generally the ones that
somebody from your Facebook just commented something.
Okay.
Racism is not here.
Yep.
Racism is not real. Saying people do not take colors from a crayon box. You literally, I already know this comment because I've seen this comment.
You know what?
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Copy pasted shit.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Have you seen this comment before?
I swear I've seen
this exact comment before.
Hold on.
Exactly like that.
Please let me take this. Y'all,
All right.
I'm about to flip.
Please, no. Please, if y'all trust me and y'all know who I am, do y'all trust me to handle this comment? Tia, do you trust me to handle this? Okay. Now, I mean no disrespect, but I do know who you are from my Facebook page, and you've never tried me like this, but I do know your pronouns, and I know that they're firmly he and him, so that's how I'm going to address you. Now, I know where you're coming from, and you're trying to be coontastic, and you're trying to ruffle feathers because you think that you're going to get me off my game. And I noticed that you copy and paste the same thing on every Black woman's post, especially when she goes live, because you think that you're going to trip her up. But you got the right one right here. So let's go through history. Okay, race was a construct that was put together by the people who forcibly imported us into this country, and they created the concept of race in order to have white superiority. That's why when you started with Cotton Mather in this country, who was actually inbred because his mama and his daddy were the product of his best friend, and his granddaddy and his granddaddy's best friends, significant others dying off, and then they procreated, got with him, and then he married his stepsister. But get into it. And then from that, they just continue to follow him, and they continue to read his teachings to this day when they figured out that it was wrong. When they kept saying that Black people were savages and that we had smaller brains, science said that it was not wrong. And that's when they came up with the ideology of the Black exhibits, where if they felt that we were exceptional, they would take us on tours around the continental United States at that time, which only made up 13 states. And then they would take us over to the UK, and then over to Spain, and over to South America to make money off of us. That's why Madam Botham was on exhibit for 243 years until the great illustrious King Nelson Mandela said, "Bring her home," and they brought her home. But I digress. Let's continue to go through this historical connotation because you seem to be unlearned. So let me teach you. And where I picked up, they started making Black exhibits. That's when you had W.E.B. Du Bois, Talented 10th, which were 10 Black men that were able to pass the paper bag test. But thank God we had Eleanor Roosevelt that brought us the Black Cabinet, which included the illustrious, unwavering Ida B. Wells Barnett, that did not let anybody forget that we were turned into strange fruit, even when they wanted to parade her across the United Kingdom and think that she was going to waver. They created an entire fake letter thinking that they were going to waver this woman who already showed her strength, that when her parents died because of a pandemic, the same thing that we are going through right now, she said, "Oh no, you will not break up my family. I will drop out of college and become a teacher. And as I'm becoming a teacher, I will still get my doctorates." And they paraded her all around. And she said, "Do not forget that my people are not strange fruit, that you will not do." So I think that you need to take a moment and read the Red Book. I have it upstairs if you want me to send you a copy of it. But let's move on, boo-boo. And if you're not satisfied with that, I think that you need to look at Claudette Austin. Oops, I'm sorry. You know her as Claudette Chauvin. Oh, you mean the 15-year-old pregnant girl who, even though everybody gives so much credit to Rosa Parks for sitting on the bus, it was Claudette's civil Supreme Court case that actually brought the change in Montgomery, Alabama, and desegregated everything in the South. Oh, you wasn't ready for that, right? Oh, and while you're probably sitting there suckling on the teat of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., well, actually, at this point, he would be Dr. Martin Luther King II, if we want to be accurate. He just showed up, gave speeches, and left. Do we want to talk about the women who were there? Do we want to talk about Fannie Lou Hamer? Do we want to talk about the women of Uni that took over from Marcus Garvey? Do we want to talk about the women of the Black Panther Party that actually kept it afloat? You picked the wrong place at the wrong time and the wrong chick on the wrong day. Actually, any day is the wrong day when it comes to me. But I can go upstairs and we can go through my library. I can take you through Asada. I can take you through they kill them when they're young. I can take you through Asada. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, and let me tell you the biggest nugget of all. A lot of men, especially misogynistic men, try to hold on to Frederick Douglass. But do you realize he would have never been free if it wasn't for his first wife, Anna Murray Douglass? Because not only did she use her money and her connections to get him through freedom, she supported him until they divorced because he couldn't keep his dick in his pants. And if it wasn't for her, he wouldn't have been able to be the abolitionist that he was. And she was the one that had the last route on the Underground Railroad before our Black ancestors could cross between the United States over into Canada and not be extradited back. But I bet you didn't know that, did you, boo-boo? I bet you didn't. And even after his death, even though he wrote her out of his autobiography, guess who he's buried next to? Oh, yeah, the woman who gave him freedom, the woman who gave his sons a whole trade. So, as I always say, get the fuck into it and don't ever try me again. You understand me? Next question.
Damn, that was a read.
That was
okay.
a read. I had to get my fucking bougie ass binoculars out because that was red. Red house.
That was the red of the century right there.
Let me be very clear. Don't ever come to me when it comes to history, and especially when it comes to a Black woman in history.
Mm-hmm.
I am in the process of writing a book regarding giving proper credit to Black women in history. Don't play with me. Mm-hmm. I teach a whole class every Wednesday and every Saturday giving homage to my ancestors. And do you know what my ancestors look like? Oh, baby. They gave birth to who was able to bring you onto this planet. Don't ever try me again. Now back to what we were saying before.
So was that a read or what?
That was a fucking read.
I think we were talking about
that was a read of a century
and how to properly demonstrate.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Minneapolis, Columbus, as far as demonstrating, because these motherfuckers done pissed me all the way the fuck off.
I see.
Don't give me another motherfucking paragraph. You understand?
I see 1906 over here.
Kevin, why don't you take that racism bullshit someplace else? Maybe somewhere over some side of things.
Yeah. And you darker than my motherfucking hair. So that means that you got two dark ass parents that made your ass. And I am so sorry for your mother because she did not see into the future and realized she should have left you as a boneless child and swallowed you with some BW3's blue cheese sauce, bitch. I say, screenshot that shit, take it back to what the fuck you need to take it back for. Just like Cuban Delight said, I fight for my people. I stand on the side of my people. And I don't give a fuck what you look like. If you come for me, baby, be prepared. Okay? I built the houses that drag queens built, baby. So my reads, you are not ready for, baby.
Clearly, Kevin wasn't ready for that.
Okay? I'm a Caribbean queen. And I'm not talking about the Billy Ocean Caribbean queen. No, I'm a real Caribbean queen. You understand me? I can speak patois. I can speak French. I can speak a bunch of different stuff. And I'll cut you while I'm still making the good gumbo for everybody at the beach. Don't play what's me. You understand, son?
You're upset.
Yeah. She's mad.
She mad. You have to say it twice. She mad.
When her accent comes out, she's mad.
I'm going to step away for a minute, y'all. Talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get myself together. I'm sorry. I done stepped out of character. I'm sorry, viewers. I'll be back.
Big sis.
Damn.
Wow.
She's mad.
That was.
Wow.
That was.
Okay. Well, I mean, how are you? Since Jesse, you just came in. I literally just came in like right before you or after you. I think.
Mm-hmm.
How are you? How are you feeling after the trial and then hearing about?
Yeah. So, like, I'm sure, like many of us, and in fact, maybe all of us, we were filled with anxiety, just waiting. Like, I knew that, when Monday came around, like, we were just like, okay, today's the day. They're going to start the deliberations and we'll see what happens. And I thought it was going to happen like on a Friday because here in St. Louis, anytime that they've made an announcement, especially with Darren Wilson, and a few years ago when it was when Jason Stockley was murdered and they didn't charge the cop, they strategically announced it on a Friday or on a weekend for shit to go down. That's strategically what they've done here in St. Louis. So they announced that Darren Wilson was not being indicted. That was during Thanksgiving weekend. And when Jason Stockley was when Jason Stockley was not locked up, they announced that on a Friday, but at like 10 a.m. So, but they had already been boarding up the streets and everything. But what I'm trying to say is that I was expecting it to be later, especially by seeing how everybody was already preparing for shit and all this other stuff, because we already knew the magnitude of what this trial was going to be. We already knew what it was going to mean. So I don't blame people for that. So finally, when this announcement came that he was guilty on all 3 counts, I was prepared. I was prepared because as the history, as the receipts of history show, it's a continuous, never-ending cycle of the same shit.
Yeah. And what I teach, I call it the Ferris wheel effect.
Ferris wheel effect. That's a good one. I like that.
We can have a stride as non-racist, but the tide will turn and racists will have a stride. If you look back upon American history, please don't think that I pulled this out of my ass. If you look at it, it is a Ferris wheel. Like, we'll make a stride. They'll make a stride. We'll make a stride. It's the Ferris wheel. Because think about when you get on and off of a Ferris wheel. When you get off, you could be firmly anti-racist. Firmly. You don't know who's getting on that Ferris wheel behind you. So when it makes that next rotation, you don't know what people have said, the conversations that they have had. And let me take this moment. I apologize to my panel and those watching. I lost my cool. I'm sorry. I should not have done that. I pride myself on facts over feelings. And even though I did give facts, I gave facts fervently rooted in feeling. And I hope my panel can forgive me, and I hope those that are watching can forgive me, but I cannot call other people out for accountability if I'm not going to hold myself accountable. So
I'm trying to see
I think
wrong.
honestly, in a sense, it was a valid response, because at the end of the day, you have to understand, we see these comments all the time where people want to say racism isn't real. If you stop talking about it, it will go away.
Right.
So I understand that racism is a thing, but it's not that bad anymore. We get these comments almost all day, every day, 24/7. It takes a toll on the mental, and it takes a toll on the psyche, because at the end of the day, we realize what this planet could have been at the very beginning. Because I sat here the other night, just I was like, so you mean to tell me that if the Europeans decided to leave their country, go to a whole nother country, instead of just asking for asylum, instead of just asking to help create something that could have been amazing for this entire planet, and then ask the Africans, hey, look, I don't know what you're down to do, but if you guys want to come hop over here with us and help us do this, we're trying to create a melting pot. Because, and me and my husband, we say this all the time, we love what this country could be, not what it is.
yeah, because the United States markets itself as a melting pot, but it's never been a melting pot. It's been a stew. Everybody has kept their identity. And quite honestly, I'm happy that the United States is a stew, that everybody is able to keep their identity and we can learn from those different identities. But what really gets me, and you know what? I know this is taking a turn from our original subject, but we need to talk about it. So let's talk about it and let's delve into it. When this country was colonized, because there were people who were already here and they stole the land and they decided to colonize it. And they came here because they said that they wanted religious freedom and they wanted to do what they wanted to do. And then they started putting stipulations on everybody else. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yep.
But when they began to colonize, here's the biggest thing that I have an issue with. You decided to paint my people as savages, but you couldn't even translate our languages. You called us stupid. But let's be real. Let's look at the historical connotation. And everybody on this panel knows how fervently I am into history. I teach on it. I live by it. And for those of that y'all don't know, when I bring up the name Cotton Mather, Google it. And you'll see what I'm talking about the inbreeding and everything else. But let's go to Cotton Mather. We're not even going to go to his gifted slave, Onesimus, that he stole how you inoculate people. And that's why we have vaccination in this country. Let's go back a little bit forward before he was gifted Onesimus. Okay. Let's go back to the point where they were taking African men, teaching them English and having them translate for them. You're going to call us stupid and savages, but you couldn't learn our languages to translate. You had to get us to translate for you. And at the same time that you're telling us it's disgusting to drink from the same water fountain as you, you still have your baby suckling from our breast. You still have us handling the finances of your home. You still have your husband satisfying himself with us by force. You still have us cooking in your kitchens, because there's an infamous restaurant that used the image of the black face with the big red lips and the black face, and people got to walk through the door, and it was white folks cooking in the kitchen. And you know why white folks fell for that? Because there were black folks serving them. So they assumed that it was black folks serving in the kitchen. But at that time, during Jim Crow, black folks couldn't be in the kitchen. We could only bring the food out to you. And while you were being discriminatory towards us, This is why today people have an issue sending things back. It started then that people said, don't fuck with people who handle your food. And for those of y'all that, and all respect to y'all that work in the service industry with restaurants, but y'all getting mad at the wrong people. Y'all want to know why you work for below minimum wage and you have to survive off tips? It comes from a racist trope. The only jobs we could get for a certain time, especially during Reconstruction and early Jim Crow, was serving you the food, not cooking it, not doing anything else. And they wanted us to survive solely off of tips. And while you mad at the customers, we're coming to that establishment. We didn't hire you. We didn't start that business. Why is it our responsibility to make sure you have a livable wage? Why do we need to subsidize it? And I'm not saying I'm going to stop tipping you, because I understand that the United States is fucked up. But everywhere else in the world, that's not how they do it. They pay you a livable wage. And people don't have to tip when they go out to eat.
I mean, when you think about it, in some of these European countries, they can live off of 20 hours a week. And then the rest of your weeks are free to do whatever you wish. And
well, I shouldn't say Americans. I'm trying to break myself from saying that. United States citizens will go there, because 2 years ago, I saw a post on Facebook where U.S. citizens were going on to a travel agent's Facebook page and leaving fucked up comments and fucked up reviews, because they're like, they were in Spain. Why does everything shut down at this time? Why is everybody taking it's called a siesta, bitch. You're not in the United States. Every other country does not work their workers into the ground. Another person was like, I went into the store and the cashier was sitting on a stool. You're not in the United States, bitch. This is how shit goes. Other people care about their employees. And another person was like, in the middle of my transition, they switched out the cashier. Okay, was it seamless? Yeah. Okay, what's your problem? Unlike the United States, we don't have to log out of a certain number and log into a certain number if the transaction is already going. And it's because where I'm from, we have fresh markets. I could be waiting on you. And if it's time for me to take my break, another employee will walk up. They'll talk to me and they'll go, okay, where are you in this transaction? I'll give them the rundown. They'll pick it right up, continue to ring you out. In the United States, because you got numbers associated with everything, you got to stand up. You got to look this way. You got to talk this way. Why? Why? When you came to this country, you couldn't understand anything that was going on. That's why you were trying to eliminate people. Like, let's stop. Let's admit you came in on stolen land. You stole people and forcibly imported them into here. Just admit it. Then we can finally come together and have equity.
They don't want to be held responsible for other people's actions. And here's the thing, real quick, before I even continue, I want to make it abundantly clear. When I'm talking about racism, when I'm talking about certain things that white people do, let it be known, I'm not talking about all white people. Half of my family's white. My husband's white. I get along with everybody very well, but when you start to get offended by something that shouldn't have anything to do with you, you should start looking in the mirror and questioning why you're getting offended. Real quick.
Let me pause you for just a second. Because it keeps being held over my head like I'm ashamed for it to come out. Tia already knows this. And Tia has done an impeccable job of protecting me. But I'm going to say it right here, right now. because I've talked to my partner and they are okay with this. I am in a queer marriage. I am married to a trans man. We have no shame in our game. And for anybody who wants to keep messaging me and keep trying to hold it over my head, baby, put it out. Put it out. We're good. We have no shame in our game. I shared it with one person because at that time, my husband was comfortable with that person. But since then, before any of this drama happened, my husband got duly comfortable in his truth and was like, at this point, I'll run up and down Times Square and say it. So for those that keep trying to come for me and think that that's going to hinder me and stop my voice, no.
You shouldn't.
And like I said, I'm not outing anybody. There's one person who I confided this in. I'm forever grateful for them because things got rough and they could have sold me out. But that's a true siblingship. That's true love.
It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yay.
So I am eternally grateful for you, and I'm gonna forever be your biggest cheerleader. Period. Point blank. Can't nobody tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? What's that one sound on TikTok? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Yeah.
That's how I feel at this point.
So there's something that I wanted to hit on.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Tia. Go ahead. I just want to interject that because I've gotten so many messages, like people insinuating that. And I'm like, insinuate all you want, because I know that you went to my Instagram, which led to my Facebook, which I never hid anything.
True facts.
Facts.
All of y'all know me. Everybody on this panel right now knows me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell other people's stories.
Yeah.
I don't.
Permission.
I will give you the platform to tell your story, but I'm not going to tell your story.
Yeah.
Period. I will support you. I will be your biggest cheerleader, but it's not my place to tell your story. I can defend you. I can stay toe to toe with you in the streets and make sure nobody disrespects you. But as far as your story, it's not mine to tell.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And I hold steadfast to that. I may have my other faults. I may fall short on other things. I'm human. I get that. But the one thing can't nobody ever say is that I told somebody else's story. And T, I need that hat. Don't play with me. You know I will. I'll start a bidding war with you on it. I started bidding with Dr. Panda.
Oh, really?
Because he ordered a pink and black hat. It was like pink and black and gray. Oh yeah.
It's pretty.
You can order from here. Nah, you already ordered it. I'm gonna need that, sir. Like, let's bid on it.
Yeah.
K-pop mama said, "BRB, I gotta get a follow Tash. She's awesome."
Oh,
Someone's echoing again.
Yep, there's echo.
Echo.
Alicia, are you watching us on YouTube and dialing in?
No. Okay. The echo's
Nah, the
coming.
service sucks here.
Is the echo still there?
Yep.
Huh?
Someone's echoing.
Yeah,
Everyone's echoing. I don't know why.
the service sucks in this building, so
No, Alicia, just say I'm cute.
I'm gonna switch
just
to
say I'm
watching
cute.
y'all.
Alicia, say I'm cute.
I'm gonna switch to watching y'all, but you know.
No, say I'm cute before you leave. You know what? This. See, this why you can't have sisters.
I'm hurt by that.
Oh my god, I'm going to irritate myself.
This echo. Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me try something. Because it might not even be. Hold on. Say something.
Something. I'm saying something.
Okay.
Testing.
Testing.
Mic check.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
She's looking like I told y'all it was my phone.
She's like, why is it? It's Alicia's phone.
She said, I told you.
I'm gonna have some headphones.
Yeah. I don't know who it was.
I'm gonna send you some headphones. I'm gonna send you some noise canceling headphones.
So there's some of these. These are good.
Yeah.
Jesse, what did you say?
Okay.
Text me your address.
I wanted to double back on something that I believe that you hit on, or one of y'all hit on, when you said you love what America could have been.
Yep.
I want to hit on that real quick, and please bear with me because I want to get through this. Okay.
Go for it. I'll mute.
Something that I really think that some verbiage that I've been using personally, and I hope this works for you all too, is there's a huge difference between prescriptive narrative and descriptive narrative when it comes to talking about the struggles of marginalized people. You see, America, the idea of America, the Constitution, everything that America stands for is the prescriptive narrative. It's what we want it to be. It's a goal that we're trying to achieve. It looks pretty. It's slapped on paper, signed by a bunch of old dead white men, right? Looks pretty, sounds pretty. Everybody, from all over the world, you have so many immigrant stories of we're in America, yay, America. Like that idea that we are the land of the free and the home of the brave. You have the rights, the inalienable, the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That all sounds good, right? That is the prescriptive narrative. What we live, everyone on this panel, is the descriptive. And our descriptive narrative does not align with the prescriptive. So that is why we are constantly saying Black Lives Matter, support LGBTQ, because we do not see the prescriptive narrative directly reflecting. And until we have the prescriptive narrative, until we have achieved that goal, that is when everybody on this panel in this world can comfortably and confidently say that all lives matter. But we cannot do that. We cannot afford to say anything like that until we all have achieved the prescriptive narrative.
And I'm glad you brought that up because so many people conflate the Declaration of Independence, which came first,
with the Constitution.
With the Constitution. And in the Declaration of Independence, even to this day, there are no amendments to the Declaration of Independence. Let's be clear.
Nope.
Within the Declaration of Independence, anybody who has black or brown skin, you are still considered stock.
Exactly.
In the Constitution, and even the Second Amendment people, and I'm like, it's an amendment, which means it was not originally written in.
Mm-hmm.
And when it takes as a black woman, as an indigenous woman, double digits. Let me say this again. When it takes as a black woman and an indigenous woman, double digits for us to be seen as human and us to be giving rights that were given to men who didn't even build this country. And this is why one of my greatest historical heroes is Sojourner Truth. And I believe she does not get enough recognition. Because if you do not know her "Am I Not a Woman" speech, Google it. Google it, read it. take it into your spirit. Because I'm going to give you a snippet. Am I not a woman? Do I not take the same whippings that you do? Do I not take the same strides that you do? Do I not do the same things that you do out in the field? Am I not a woman? Even though I'm not pale of face, am I still not a woman? I bear children just as you do. And when she gave that speech in Akron, Ohio, when she was not supposed to speak, standing over 6 feet tall as a Black woman and former slave, she addressed the intersectionality, not just in feminism, but in racism. Because if you look at our history, everybody wants to gravitate towards the Black man's story, the Black man's struggle. But let's be real. I have recently heard so many stories and heard so many criticisms of Black women who have started movements. Oh, they just come into the city and they leave. Same thing that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. did. Same thing that Marcus Garvey did. Mm-hmm. Because it was women that were putting together these marches. They just came to do a speech. These men came into these women's houses, came in with entourages, ate up all their food, used up all their rooms, had their kids sleeping on the floor like they was at a sleepover at grandma's house. Let's be real. Let's have this conversation.
Yes. I mean, at the end of the day,
but hold on. We also don't want to talk about the colorism that's been in our civil rights movement. Because the real change that came in Montgomery, Alabama, did not come from middle-aged Rosa Parks sitting on a bus. It came from the Supreme Court case where Claudette Austin Colbert sat down and said, "You women do not leave me. Let's keep this going." And it was that legislation that brought us justice. It wasn't the bus boycott, Lord. It wasn't the speeches. Let's get into it. It wasn't all the marches. Let's say it. And everything, even from Marcus Garvey's UNIAA, the Uni movement, it wasn't the Black Panther Party. As much as I have respect for Huey P. Newton, and I used to have, I never had respect for Stokely Carmichael, because after he left and came back and decided he wanted to be a conservative man and denounced the Black Panther Party, fuck him. Anywho, Fred Hampton and all of those. It was the women of the Black Panther Party that gave us the programs that caused the United States government to go ahead and steal them and put them into their movement. And if for y'all that are watching that don't know, those breakfast programs, those free lunch programs, that community outreach program, that community watch program, yeah, baby, that's all Black Panther Party.
That part.
That's all Black Panther Party.
That part.
Your community free classes to teach you about who's on your ballot, to teach you about politics and everything else, baby. That's all Black Panther Party. That's Black Panther Party all day. And that was initiated by women. Fred Hampton is finally about to get justice because of the woman that he had a child with that he was engaged to. Because the men, just like Stokely Carmichael, who changed his name and then came back and said that he regretted his involvement in the Black Panther Party, because just like we always say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Mm-hmm. And as much as people try to bow down to W.E.B. Du Bois, he still had the talented 10th, which were all a colorist regime, because he felt that the lighter the berry, the smarter the noodle.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the Black Panther Party, let's also talk about the 10-point program that was created by the Black Panther Party, which was catapulted into the movie called, what is that movie? What's that one movie that paid homage to Tupac?
First of all, we all know I read books and y'all tell me what to watch. Shit. Tia, you in my lives. You see that I tell it. And first of all, wait a minute. My followers on TikTok that are on this live, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I wrote down the last series of things that y'all told me to watch. That shit was fucked up. That shit was all sorts of fucked up.
What did you
watch? What are you talking about? What did you watch?
My TikTok followers had me watching some shit that was gonna bring some bad juju into my house.
Can you say the name or is it like Beetlejuice? Like, come on, what'd you watch? Give me something. Unless
first of all, they had me watch the Chappaquiddick documentary.
Okay.
And then In Her Eyes, don't watch that shit.
Oh, I love that.
You know what? I kind of figured you would.
All right, so I found
it. And then they said, "Who murdered me?" I should watch that. No, I should not have.
Oh wait, I love it Through Her Eyes. I watched Through Her Eyes or Behind Her Eyes.
No, I can watch that. But they said, "Who murdered me?"
Who murdered me? Okay, no, I watched the Behind Her Eyes, the Netflix show where that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? That Netflix
they
show?
even gave me Amazon Prime shit to watch. They ain't loyal. Jesse, don't take down notes in my live when they tell you to watch some shit. They fucked up. They like to fuck with me. Don't.
Okay.
First of all, this movie, I'm not gonna try to fuck with you. Second of all, the movie I just found is called The Hate You Give. And this is how I found out about the 10-point program by the Black Panther.
The Hate You Give.
I still haven't seen that movie yet, but I want to see it so bad.
The overall message of the movie, I have some unpopular opinions. So Jesse and Tia, watch the movie. After you watch the movie, we can do another panel and we can discuss that with Nyleev in depth because I think that will be a good discussion.
I agree.
But I am not going to bring that up right now and ask your opinion because you two have not seen it.
What about The Color of Friendship? The Color of Friendship, that Disney movie that they did?
Oh, that's a beautiful movie. I don't watch that so long.
It's not a show, it's a movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It was like
The Color of Friendship was amazing.
And here's the thing, and that's why I always say again, I love what this country could be because at the end of the day, you don't start off racist. You're not born a racist. You're not born a prejudice. You're born with no idea or concept of race. You just see a person and you love them.
And that's why I love the both of you. And that's why you know what? Maybe we need to pick a day of the week and we just go over certain movies so that you all can give your perspective from being born here and me giving my perspective of not being born here. Okay. Because I know you all will respect my side. I will respect your side. And I truly feel like I can learn from your perspective as to why certain movies are made because some things do confuse me.
Can you give an example?
But okay, hold on. Let me say this first. I don't want people to think that I feel like certain movies are racist. I don't. Mm-hmm. When I say I don't understand the other side, it's when certain people say that, oh, this person has this background and they portray it in the movie. And I'm like, that's not really us, but you didn't portray us in a bad light. I just wish it would have been more authentic.
I think I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I mean, there's a lot of argument. Okay, so whenever Selma came out, the actor who played Dr. King was not an American actor.
Nope.
And there was a lot of pushback from the Black community in America being like, dude, you don't know what we went through. You don't know our struggle. It wasn't authentic. It wasn't real. You know, there was a lot of that.
I at least watched the movie. My thing is, I'm like, you didn't disrespect us, but you didn't exactly get it right.
I mean, Key and Peele. Do you watch Key and Peele?
I think they're funny.
Oh my God! Can we talk about that, please?
No, hold on. They actually did a sketch where they were filming a film. It was like a gangster movie, and one of the actors was British, and like, yeah, you know what I'm talking. This is exactly what the fuck the connection that I'm trying to make here. You know, yeah, because and Jordan Peele was playing the character, being like, dude, I live this, and Michael Key was just like, yeah, dude, I've got this, I can do this, yeah, I can be that, and it's like, I'm just like,
that embodies where I'm coming from. Where I'm not taking away from what the movie has, but I would, like I said, if we can pick a day of the week, and all of us just like watch a movie a week, and then just give because I know that my take on things is going to be different than yours. And please, people understand, I'm not downgrading anybody or saying they're disrespecting me. And I'm not trying to disrespect anybody else. I'm just trying to say, hey, this is my perspective that I'm coming from. And I'm not saying it's a bad film. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, if you would have put this and this in here, you could have reached us all. That's it.
Gotcha.
But if I can get somebody else's perspective that was born, bred, raised here, maybe I can get a better perspective as to why they do this. And maybe I can appreciate the film better. That's my end goal. If I can get a better understanding, I'm good.
Okay. I'm down. Let's do it.
And we're talking about the hate you give, right?
Yeah,
that's any movie. I mean, we can start with that movie, but we can start a whole series with different movies, and we can just pick a day. And
have you guys watched Remember the Titans?
Yep.
I do like that movie. There are a couple of parts that confuse me that please don't make fun of me if we have this discussion and I ask you questions about it.
No.
Because I just think that it's a cultural difference. And there are a few things that I don't get that I've heard other people online make a big deal about.
What part? What's one of the parts?
They're a big deal.
What part?
What's one of the parts?
No, we should just do a whole. I got a whole list.
This is gonna live in my brain rent free now.
I was about to say you can't be like.
Because I already see Remember the Titans in my head, and I'm like, which part is it?
I know that movie in my head.
Exactly.
So we tell them.
We tell them. We are
the Titans.
We are the
Titans.
I love this movie, but I want to take the clip to be able to show you guys to be like, okay, can you explain this to me?
I just don't want YouTube to like take it down because of copyright.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Because I schedule mine out, I can contact them and be like, hey, this is what I'm going to use. Because, well, Jesse can, Tia, you don't know as much as Jesse does. I don't just like go live at the whim. I schedule them out. So I have a little bit of time to like contact YouTube to ask like, oh, what can we say? What can we not say? Like that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But there are some specific scenes and some I would like to ask for clarification on, and I don't want to sit here and try to describe it to you all. Okay. And I know my descriptions at this point could possibly be tainted. Like, I'd rather just show it to you and y'all just explain it to me.
Or if you know the minute mark, because it's on Disney.
You know the minute mark at all?
We can just watch it go to minute mark, whatever, and we'll watch that scene and see what's going on, you know?
Well, okay, y'all know I'm ADHD. When I watch it, I just...
Well, you know what? Fuck what I just said, and whatever works for you, and we'll do that, okay?
Yeah.
So I usually, like, if something, like, I'll rewind it, record it, and, like, just put
whatever works, you know, we'll work with you. Whatever works.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I mean, I can watch it again and put down the minute marks if that's.
You don't have no. It was just a suggestion. If that's not what works with you.
Well, my thing is, I'm not knocking the movie. I love the movie, but I would like some clarification on a couple of things because I think that I'm missing some. This is my opinion. I think I'm missing some great moments in the movie. because I'm not understanding.
Gotcha.
I think there's like a cultural disconnect that I'm not getting, because when I talk to people about what I think is a great moment, they're like, well, you didn't get this moment. And I'm like, that was supposed to be a great moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get it. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not
think I know what part.
Insinuous.
What part? What part?
I just want somebody to explain to me. Like,
I think she knows.
Okay, there's one, like,
there's two possible parts. And I think I know which one you're talking about.
I mean, there's multiple parts in that movie that can be kind of
does know the
for
first
somebody
part.
who wouldn't understand.
No, I know Nalev knows the first part. So Nalev, explain it, because you'll be able to explain it better than I can.
No, I want to make sure that is the part that I'm thinking about. Is it where they're running in the forest?
Yep.
Got it.
When they're running
Wait,
where?
what part? When they're running in the forest?
When they're running to that grave site.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That part.
All right.
Yes.
So what's so you don't understand what it's supposed to represent, or what exactly are you questioning about that part?
We don't,
because that was actually my favorite part of the entire movie that I remember very vividly.
Okay,
so
everybody goes off and says that it's so inspirational, but from where I'm from, we don't run towards graves. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to understand.
Okay,
and
so
everybody that's watching, please let me explain. I am not trying to be disrespectful. I am literally just trying to learn and understand. In my particular culture that I was raised at, we don't run towards graves. So please don't think that I'm passing judgment. I'm literally just trying to learn.
All right. So, Tia, if I may, can I go? Mom? The historic part of this is that they was trying to bring the team together, from my understanding. And that grave site is where the battle took place. The Battle of Gettysburg took place in that Pacific area. And so what he was trying to say is that if we don't come together here on this hollow ground, then we will never be able to come together. And that's where things in that movie started to change.
It's so what that entails is the fact. So when you're in the military, golly, this sun's bright. Hold up. Okay, here we go. So in the military, you have to trust everybody. You have to trust your left. You have to trust your right. You have to have each other's six. And pretty much what that moment was indicating was these men were of different race, backgrounds, ethnicities, and they had to trust each other. They had to have each other's backs. If we can't have each other's backs and we're just playing football, what the fuck are we doing?
Yep.
Okay.
And no normal person actually run towards graves. Like, for God's sakes, I would not be caught dead in a cemetery at 4:00 in the morning. But it had to be done for them to realize that there is so much more out there than just the color of your skin on the football field.
Right. Yep. And they were at one of the biggest battles in America at that gravesite.
Sense to me.
Which just shows that, and what's so significant about it is that, they all had to run as a team through the woods, through the wilderness. And when they got to one of the greatest battles that we've had in the United States, the reflection of the fighting that they were doing with each other, then standing on the ground where a bunch of people died fighting a completely different fight, but fighting.
Yeah. Fighting the same fight that his grandparents fought.
Exactly, that his grandparents fought. I'm like, this is your ancestors are here. Some of those teammates. I'm like, some of your people died on this ground to fight for their freedom, right? Fight for freedom or some type of win and glory or whatever. And so that's what really brought it together there. So,
and you know what? And this is why I say we need to pick a movie a week and then come together on the weekend and discuss it, because as someone on the outside looking in and what I've had to learn and seeing that from what I've been taught, this is what went through my head. They're running towards a grave. They love the Confederacy. They have the Daughters of the Confederacy. What's the issue? Why is everybody getting emotional when this is what they wanted from the beginning? Do you see where I'm coming from?
Absolutely not. I'm just going to be very upfront. I don't get it.
When you come to this country, you're forced to take certain tests. And then a lot of times the first thing that you see and the first thing that you're exposed to are the Daughters of the Confederacy, people flying the Confederate flag. So you get confused. Like, why are you emotional about this? I thought y'all praised the Confederacy. You get what I'm saying, Tia? Where it's confusing, where it's like you get so many people around you that are like, oh, it's the Confederacy. It's the good old, like.
Well, I think I get what you're saying, but again, because of the idea of what the movie was trying to symbolize, an idea of unity is more so what they were trying to get to, because again, what Jesse said, they were trying to fight for their freedom. There was these black, even though they were still slaves during that time, they still
were born here. You know that part.
Yeah.
When you're coming from the outside, looking in, and your first taste coming in is something different, and that's why I was like, I'm so confused by this movie.
You didn't know necessarily the details behind the history of it. You just knew the history.
I knew the history, and I knew what people were projecting towards me the first couple times I watched it. And then I was like, I'm going to stop watching it because this is becoming a trigger for me. Were you that's born here, that understands things that, and I think that a lot of native-born, at this point, native-born United States citizens don't realize the test that we have to take, the propaganda that we're put under, the what we're given to study from. So even when we're at home and we're watching movies, it's confusing to us. And then we get here and it's more confusing because we're like, oh, we thought you wouldn't like this, but you're saying you like this movie. And a lot of times when we ask, why do you like this movie? Because of our skin tone, people are like, well, you should just know. And we just shut up like, okay. Because you have nobody else that you can ask.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm about to be 44. And I'm asking you all questions about a movie that came out how long ago?
When I was a kid.
A while ago.
2002?
Yeah, I was a baby.
Nobody has been really willing to say, hey, this is, and when I say, hey, this is the propaganda that I was given. This is what I was given to study from. And even me studying history, I'm just now getting that, okay, American I should say United States cinema takes poetic license. If you travel around the globe, there's not that much poetic license taken. So it's like, oh, if I tell the story of Jesse Lee and I'm in this country, oh, I better tell the story of Jesse Lee. I can't sprinkle nothing else in it. So for us coming in, we'll watch stuff and we'll be like, oh, that's how that happened?
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to tell the difference between a propaganda movie and a true documentary. And that's why you get a lot of us that get confused. And people have even come at me like, well, why didn't you come at this person like, was it African hippie? And I was like, I can't really go hard in the paint with her because I get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
You're under this cloud and she has to kind of do the work. And I'm not being mean.
No. I know that. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand.
Like, I had to have my feelings hurt. I had to have people come up and correct me to get where I am today. I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm not making excuses for anybody. But I think people need to take a step back and realize when you don't live in the United States, what you're fed, and then what you're forced to learn in order to get here legally, it perpetuates what you saw before you got here.
Does it even perpetuate that prescriptive and descriptive narrative? I bet. Like,
it's like in real life, I get it, but it's like, because sometimes I'm like, what's a movie? And then people are like, no, this is talking about our culture. And I'm like, but your culture isn't violent. I've been around you. Like, and there's a disconnect where it's like, wait, hold up. And then every time you ask a question, people forget that you're not from here because of how you look. And I get hit so many times with, oh, you're black, you should know. To the islands, I could tell you 100% how to survive, how things work, what to do. Here,
there is a question actually from Kay. She asked, where do you come from? Don't they show things differently in the native land than what is actually in America?
I'm from the Bahamas, and my family was actually sold. We traced it back from Nigeria through Haiti and then through the Bahamas. And then there were other parts of my family that were separated from us and went all the way down to Cuba. And then my family that you see me openly talk to on TikTok that are Cuban, yeah. So unfortunately, my family has like been taken from coast to coast. And there's a whole strip in Macon, Georgia that my family owns at this point because we had a very ingenuous white passing relative that wooed a slave owner and was able to give him 12 white passing children until child number 13 that came out looking like me. And he was so embarrassed where he was like, you can keep the plantation. So she cut up the plantation into different lots. And in Macon, Georgia, there's a 2-block radius that is owned by my family to this day.
So where can we move, Taz?
We gotta wait for somebody to die.
Okay.
I
island.
I don't know how I feel about the idea of like the phrasing, and this might just be my like just because I'm weird, but I don't know how I feel about the idea of white passing. Like, I understand that as a person who is much more fair skinned than myself, they will be definitely seen differently than me, or I will be seen more as.
I feel you. I don't like the term white passing, but I realize that sometimes I have to use it.
It's the only kind of characteristic that we can give, because like, honestly, it's like if you say that somebody's light skinned, then that's kind of, I guess, in a sense.
I would rather call it white stupidity. That's what I would really rather call it.
White stupidity being white passing?
Like,
let me explain. Because if you're black, you're black. You have certain features that no other culture, no other race is going to have.
That's true.
And in studying history, because everybody on this panel knows I'm a history buff, I would rather read a book than watch TV. There are times I turn the TV on just for background noise because I'm home by myself at certain times of the day. That's what I'm going to say, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. So I would rather say white stupidity, because even Harriet Tubman herself, before there was prosthetics to actually age a person, she could put on the clothes of an old woman but still have the face of a young woman and walk through Confederate towns. And nobody would suspect she was not caught.
Yeah.
And then we had, fair-skinned women who would snatch up their families and walk through town and go, "Oh, I'm taking my slaves to New York to visit my family."
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were obviously Black women.
Yep.
And that's why I would prefer to call it white stupidity.
Okay.
And
I just don't get where the
yeah.
Because I've had several white people come to me, and this is what they've said. They've literally said to me, "We don't look at the face. When we age somebody or determine their ethnicity, it's from the neck down." And I was like, the neck down is covered. Like, the face is uncovered. Even if you wear glasses, it's only a little bit of your face that's covered. You can see the features.
So you're saying that because of the idea of what white people have put onto us in the sense of aging, or the idea of race, because they don't look at our features, it's their stupidity that they think one way about us.
Instead of because here's the thing. Every other race, every other nationality will look at features and go, "Oh, yeah, I know." Like, I dated a man that was Japanese. My mom had a best friend that was Korean. Because these people were so important to me, just like you, everybody else on the panel, I pay attention to you all. Somebody could say, "Oh, this person looks just like Tia." They could look like your exact twin. I would be able to tell the two of you apart.
I get it.
Pay attention. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I get it. You had to use it that way.
And I apologize. I shouldn't say white stupidity, because it's not just white people who do it. I do apologize for that. I should just say it's racial stupidity.
Yes, I agree with
that. Let me clear that up. I am very sorry. I should not have said what I said. Please forgive me. Let me clear this up and just say racial stupidity.
Yeah.
And that's really what I mean when people they decide, "Oh," and I'm sure you've heard people go, "Oh, she looks really young." And you see somebody with the face of an 89-year-old, but they work out and got the body of a 29-year-old, and you be like, "How she look 89, but she say she 29?" Like, all of us done had that moment.
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but Halle Berry, I'm sorry, she does not look that young in the face.
Thank you.
She doesn't look young, but for some odd reason, people will say, "Oh my God, Halle Berry still looks amazing." No, her body still looks amazing.
I thank you for saying that, because I'm tired of people going, "She's aging gracefully." No, she's not. She's aging like spilled milk. And let's be real. I know people like to go, "Black don't crack." Some Black do crack. Some Black be crickety crack.
That is true. It cracks.
Mine's already cracked.
For those of y'all that are like, "Oh, Taz, don't say that, you might crack." Bitch, I don't know my genealogy holds. I might wake up tomorrow and look like the fucking crypt keeper. That's what I'm saying. Some Black do crack. I'm trying to prepare y'all in case I wake up looking like I'm the Walking Dead motherfucker shit.
Yeah, Black does crack. It cracks.
Black do crack.
Like, let's be real. I could go to sleep tonight and wake up be like, we don't know.
Yeah, it cracks. I'm already starting to crack. I see it.
It don't matter what I put on my face. It don't matter what I put on my body. The universe is the universe. And people think that they can put stuff on their face. No, your genetics are your genetics. I could wake up tomorrow and be like, Uncle Fester. We don't know. I'm going to remind y'all that I got a good personality and I got a good heart and still love me. I would just have to cut the camera off to talk to y'all, but I'm going to still be here to defend y'all.
I'm going to say this, and you guys can take it, or you guys can take it how I'm thinking it, or you guys can take it how you take it. But I'm going to say this. I believe that the idea of aging comes with how you live your life, how you live your life accordingly. I'm not talking about diets and exercise. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
how you treat people.
Thing. What?
How you treat people and
exactly how you treat people, how you react to certain things, how like when life literally hands you a fucking rock, how you're going to take that rock. Are you going to sculpt it and make it something beautiful, or are you going to try to throw it at somebody to get ahead of the game?
Yep.
And all I'm saying is the reason why people say black don't crack for most of the time. Just saying. Just saying, you could take it how I'm thinking it, and I'm sure you know what I'm thinking, Jesse, because you're looking at me like you know what I'm saying.
I do.
Everybody knows what I'm saying, because me, you can see me right now. I've gained weight, but if you look at a picture of me from senior year of high school, nothing has changed. And I have been through hell and back, but nothing has changed about my features. You can tell there's a little aging just because, again, I'm a little bit.
I'm just saying you a little thick, and you still one of my TikTok crushes. So
I can say I haven't changed a bit from high school either.
I'm just saying, can you change the subject before people start going and looking at the subject because I'm trying to keep my TikTok crush the same.
All I'm saying is that
I'm just saying. When we've gone through I am not keeping the light, okay?
Offline.
All I'm saying is that we have.
I ain't playing with you. Play with you. Yeah, like and I no, because then they gonna come and get your pictures, and then they'll be ready to square up with me.
I'm not. No, because then they have to square my husband too.
I know what he like. I'll bribe him. It's okay. I can only fight people at a time. You got to have everybody.
Oh, I'm done with y'all.
Lady Gwen, Lady G, Lady G's here.
I already got to fight Aiden over Cuban Delight. Shit, I can't be fighting people over you.
First of all,
nothing. Aiden called me tonight and said, "Motherfucker, I will fight you over Cuban Delight."
You made me light. Hey, baby.
All I could do was look like this, like,
oh,
he's serious. He ain't never got aggressive with nobody. I guess Cuban Delight ain't my crush no more. Okay. Do you, bruh? Do you?
I don't have a crush.
I don't have a crush.
First of all, yes, you do.
Who? Who?
Oh, I'm gonna send you my thirst trap. Don't worry. I'm gonna send you my thirst traps when we get done.
Stop it. You cannot be making me blush on YouTube. Damn it. Oh my god.
I don't have a crush.
For myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy.
Oh, no.
There's not a minute,
trying to
day and night that I don't love you. You're top of my list, and I'm always my love.
I can't. Oh no.
A million kisses from you is never too much.
I gotta cover my face. You got me blushing
And
on YouTube.
just don't wanna stop.
She's singing.
Oh my love.
She got me blushing right now. I gotta cover my face.
Haha.
How dare you? Yes. How dare you?
Oh, Tia, you back? Oh shit. Tia won't see that.
I had to find the charger.
I'm supposed to be a good girl in Tia eyes.
It's hot. It's hot.
How dare you? How dare you do this to me?
Oh, Tia, is it hot? It's hot over here too, Tia.
So I made this mask for my son.
Yeah.
Woman, let me
It's
push
been
hands. It's
hot
hot.
in here.
It's
Kay,
hot.
Kay, hold up.
Wait.
Kay just
It's really
mentioned
hot.
my crush.
It's really hot. It's
We're
hot.
gonna have to talk
It's
off of YouTube later, Kay. Okay.
What?
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me show y'all how hot it is. It's
What happened?
I don't know what's going on.
Kay.
Hey, calm down.
No, that's not Kay.
Would y'all say
down.
wait? Hold on. I didn't put my AirPods in. Did y'all
So
say
Kay,
that?
so you're just gonna drop my crush in the chat like that?
Oh, I can't hear you.
What?
No hablo inglés. I can't. Oh, wait. I'm
It's
blinded.
getting way too hot up in here.
Blinded.
So
Oh
Kay,
my
you're gonna go ahead and drop my crush like that in the chat.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. Wait. Who's your crush? Who got dropped in it? Wait.
Kay, drop
Oh
my
yeah,
crush
like
in the
G.
You know what? Kay, we're gonna have to talk offline because you just
Wait, no. I want to. You better drop it in the chat. You better tell me. You better drop it like it's hot. You better text me.
she
You
already
better
did
message
drop
me
it in the
something.
chat.
No way.
You wait. No. You didn't.
Oh
I'm
my
moving.
god. Yes, they did. They did.
I don't know who that person is.
Oh,
So
they did. I don't know who that is.
Y'all-
I'm just saying that
Okay.
Y'all wouldn't know who he is.
I don't know who he is, but
Y'all would not know who he is.
Yeah,
And
I
I
would
bet
not.
go to your room.
but
Go to your room.
they just said it.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Pause.
He is cute.
First of all,
He
you
is
can be as
cute.
cute as you want to, but let me explain to you. We have a big sister application process that you need to go through and an interview process. Okay. Now, if you can survive me, then get through Tia, then get through Jesse, you good. But I'm gonna tell you the finish him round is gonna be Alicia and
finish him.
Finish him.
she is the queen of finish him.
Oh shit.
Okay, he is cute, but we don't know if he's single or not.
We can find out in like 15 minutes or less.
Yep.
Oh shit, Jesse, she don't know what we do. Never mind.
No, I don't. I'm new to this, and
Okay,
I'm
No,
like,
Jesse, you saw what I did the other night. I'm new to it too, but I'm good at it. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
I just typed in what he does.
No, I'm
yes,
proud
we
of
both know
myself.
that.
No, sis, you're not feeling me. I'm proud of myself.
no, stop it! Don't look at me like that. Oh no,
No.
I'm blushing. Stop.
Hold on, I got his face.
Jesse,
Added.
to be my new girlfriend. She just don't know it yet.
Which one?
Oh, shit. See, sis, you fucking up my game. Why you gotta be like that? No, that's why you can't have little
Hey,
sis.
if you ask
She just
him-
trying to throw a wrench in there, like which one, motherfucker?
Kay, if you ask him and if you find out, let me know.
We need to calm this down a bit. Oh my
Oh.
We done went in a whole new direction. Bro, what you doing?
I came
What's
in
your
here to
credit
talk,
score?
and now I have
Where
a
your 401k at?
Hold on.
We think we like you. We not sure yet, but we think we like you.
Who are we talking about?
Stop.
Huh?
Oh, and Tia, can I exchange your number with Danny?
Who's Dan? Who the HE double hockey sticks are all these people?
Danny from Dope Chicks.
Who's Danny?
Danny from Dope Chicks, the co-host.
Oh yeah, okay.
She wants to place a couple of orders, but I don't want to get in the middle when it comes to colors because I don't want to be trying to explain colors and get it wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
So I typed in check in the chat.
Sheesh, Tia, I wasn't the only one on the damn.
I didn't. I was. Oh, fudge me.
I am the cutest, so. I better quit because she is upstairs.
I was about to say, don't get yourself in trouble. She'll probably come back and watch this.
Come back. She upstairs. Down the steps. She's watching me. No.
Task. Shut the chat. The private.
Wait. You gonna make me have to put my glasses back on.
You're gonna make me lose
That's
my
what.
mind.
Kay, it's your fault, by the way.
No, it's not my fault.
No, it's Kay's fault. Because she's the one that dropped his name. Come on now.
I didn't drop anything. I don't even have
it's Kay's fault.
Anything that said anything.
We're gonna have a conversation after this live.
Hey, real quick, I have a question.
First of all, whoever you are, hit me up before you hit her up. Don't blame me.
I want to ask a question. This is going to be completely steered from the
conversation in the comments. Okay,
this is going to be something completely off topic. But what do you guys think about polyamorous relationships? I'm curious.
But let's not forget, I'm in a very queer polyamorous relationship.
I'm not in a relationship. I
don't know how serious people will take my opinion because Tia, you know my situation, but I am also polyamorous, but we know how society looks at what I'm in already. And oh, Jesse, you know as well. So I am polyamorous,
but
no, there's no but.
Oh, okay. The way you said that, I felt like there was going to be a but to it. I was like, wait, where's that but at?
No, it's just because you know who I'm married to.
See.
And Jesse now knows who I'm married to. Yeah. So when people find that out, then they get weird. But I'm like, there's no reason to get weird.
And that's what I've always been curious about because me and my husband, we were in a polyamorous relationship last year. And so I told my mom about it and I even told my sister about it. And they were just like, that's only good for one thing and one thing only. It's like, why does it have to be good for that only one thing and one thing only? Why do you have to make it about something that never was about?
Like, polyamorous relationship.
How beautiful poly can be, and like I live it. I've been living it for the past 7 years. I've been with my partner. In June, it'll be 7 years that I've been with him, and you know we have this really crazy, awesome dynamic of our poly.
Yeah. And my thing is
let me talk, Taz. Let me talk. We have two houses. And the kids go back and forth between this house because this is where their school district is in, and then they go to the other house where my boyfriend's wife and her partner, and then they also have added another partner into their relationship. So they are a throuple, and then we have kids. So there's math, like what? How many adults? That's 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 adults and 2 kids, and that's our polycule. And we've been doing that for the past oh gosh, how long have they been dating her? So like about 2 years now. But yeah, no, they have 2 houses. It's not so much. And we've just made it work that way. I mean, we've gone through such a transition from the beginning of poly because poly is ever evolving,
always
for your needs, for the needs of your partners and your partner's partners, and as well, understanding how you are emotionally, because while you can at first, when you first discover poly, you're like, yeah, and then you're like, whoa, because the universe changes real quickly because while you might have your nesting partner or your main partner who's your ride or die for everything, you can find that maybe that's more of your romantic or your stability relationship, and another relationship, you're getting another part of that intimacy that it's not a matter of like your main partner is lacking, but it's just another experience. And sometimes there's this shift of, well, you weren't going to be my main romantic partner, like, you know, with roles of primary and secondary. And we've gone through that shift so much, like where with my partner, I had another partner that was my primary because his wife is his primary. And so then, but it ended up shifting that his wife's primary was her secondary, so then they became primaries, and then me and my boyfriend, we became primaries, and so that ultimately shifted the universe to make it better for.
But the emotional connection is amazing, and this is what I wanted to say, because on this panel, only Jesse knows this. My poly relationship, and it had nothing to do with sex. It was the emotional connection got me through last year.
Yeah.
And having multiple people there to be that outlet, so I didn't burden down one person because I was going through some heavy shit. So me being able to, okay, in the morning, this is how I felt. I could talk to this person. I could back off. And then in the afternoon, this would come on to me. I could talk to this person. I wasn't burdening down one person. So they were able to help keep me sane. But let's come back to this.
Oh, wait, real quick.
No, I'm tired of being known as a 3-hour YouTube queen.
I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with that.
Y'all might be but with the original.
I just want to tell him what it means.
You can say that, but what I'm gonna say is, if y'all want to come back tomorrow and talk about diversities and relationships, we can, because we started off on a different topic.
For sure.
We can do that, and we can even start earlier. But go ahead, Tia. Tia.
Okay, so cool, bro. A poly relationship is when you have one or two or more partners. So, for example, me and my husband, we were in a relationship with another individual woman because for me, I was like, I don't need men anymore. Like, I've got my man. My man is my man. That's the only man I need because I'm done with men. So, but at the same time, I was like, there's things that I can't really understand that he is dealing with that I can't really deal with, or I can't understand, and vice versa. There's things that he can't understand for me, and we had another partner that was there with all of us. It was it was all of us together, and it was a throuple, and it was just so goddamn beautiful, and I miss it so much. It was just
sometimes you need a translator.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need a translator, and that other person is the translator. And sometimes that translator doesn't even want anything from you all. They're happy just to translate. And I think that that's what people miss, that there are people who are happy just translating.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not, and like one thing I really want to drive home is that it's not just about sex. It's not. It's about developing intimate. And intimacy has so many different levels than just actual, the mechanics of sex. But it's about developing different, truly emotional.
And that's why I say we should start at an earlier time, whether it's tomorrow or another day. We should start at earlier and really break this down for people.
I want to talk about this so bad. This was a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for so long, just because.
Well, when are you available so we can do a part 2 and just break this down?
I know I'm available tomorrow. I just have to check the time because I work tomorrow, but it's not a long shift. I'm like
till 6:30 Central Time tomorrow.
Oh, I'm off at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm good. Whatever time after that. I work from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kevin, go away.
Kevin, go away. Please go away before I cut you out.
Kevin,
I'm going to cut you out, Kevin.
Hold on, wait a minute. Kevin, I know you don't want the smoke, because in all the years that I've been on Facebook, and the fact that I've capped out twice, and Facebook has given me 2 fan pages, and you have never commented, you can suck my dick. And I got 6 of them upstairs in my drawer. And I'm sure I can verify your mama already in my drawer, mama and everybody better than you. So what we're not going to do is come on here and do this. But anywho, between tonight and tomorrow, we'll get together.
He definitely wants
time, and we'll start. And even if people have to pop in and out, we'll do this.
Yeah.
Is everybody in agreement?
I'm agreeing to this because I
don't want to rush it, and I realize we're getting late into the night, and I don't want people to start drifting off, because what we have to say and our explanations.
Yeah. Quick before everybody goes, has everybody in this panel read The Ethical Slut?
Yes, I have.
You have not read The Ethical Slut?
Jesse, I've
I
read
haven't
it.
even heard of it, but it sounds like a movie.
just heard of it.
It sounds like a book I would want to read.
I have it over there. I don't want to stand up because I might.
But Jesse, I've read it a couple times.
No, you've read it. What about Sex at Dawn?
Okay,
You
first of all, I'm
I've read about
my
this
whole
kind of
life.
stuff, but I haven't.
Jesse, quit coming for my whole life on this live, okay? Quit coming for my
Jesse,
whole life.
You're gonna have
On
to
this
send me
live.
the reading list via Instagram, please.
Okay. I'll send it. Are we friends on Instagram? Do we follow each other on Insta?
First of all, I'm in a whole queer marriage, so you know I'm a U-Haul lesbian. Don't play with me.
I'm not playing.
Oh,
And I'm gonna move you in by next week. Quit fucking with me. Just stop. Stop telling my secrets online. I even came and swooped you up like, baby, what you need out this house? Because I'd be like, what
Cass?
Oh,
You and I, we're gonna have to talk.
Oh, don't say that. Don't play with me.
Yeah, no, those are two excellent reads, though.
Yes, yes.
The Ethical Slut and Sex at Dawn. Excellent.
And watch the boat scene from 365 on Netflix.
Or just watch the movie Love on Netflix.
Oh, she's gonna make y'all fall in love. I'm just trying to make y'all orgasm, but okay.
The L word? Don't get me started on the L word.
The opening scene of the movie Love is
the L word? Hello?
Not the L word. The movie
Well,
Love.
no, I know that, but the L word.
They put
I love the L word.
into the L word.
Oh, Shane.
They put Foxy Brown into the L word. They knew what they was doing.
Not
They
just
knew
Shane.
what they was doing.
Not just Shane.
I don't even know the plot line of the L word. All I know is
Fucking
Foxy Brown was there
Bet got me. I love Bet.
like this.
Bet.
Where's a slew?
It's Jennifer Beals, though.
She's hot.
Oh,
She's hot.
Oh,
She's
no. If
hot.
you want to see her at her hottest, watch Lie to Me. They only have one season.
Okay. But Jennifer Beals is doing the Jennifer Beals things because she's in her 60s, yo.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
Hey, you're thinking of Jessica Biel.
No.
Tia. No, Tia is thinking of Jessica Biel. You're not thinking of Miss. We're talking about Miss Splash Dance.
Flash Dance, not Splash Dance.
Right, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Jennifer Beals.
Yes. Watch.
Holy cow,
you.
she's 57?
It's only like one or two seasons, but watch Lie to Me.
She's hot.
That woman's so sexy.
She's hot.
She's hot.
She's hot.
Sorry.
Wow. Just like the only reason I watch 911 is for Angela Bassett. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what goes on in that show. Ooh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the storyline. All I know is Angela is there being Angela in all her glory.
Seeing her as Marie Laveau in American Horror Story.
Yes.
I drool. She's hot. She's hot.
This is why you cannot get.
And this is why I don't even know owning these shows. I'm just like,
Angela is my crush for life. Angela Bassett,
she's hot.
I don't understand. I have done the math and I have figured out how many edible arrangements and the check that it will take to pay off Courtney B. Vance for him to leave Angela Bassett alone so she can be with me. I have done the math, motherfucker. I've done the math.
Okay, well then we need to start
edible arrangements. Edible arrangements.
He ain't never got past Law and Order. So yeah, he owned edible arrangements. Yeah.
I can't get over it.
Oh my God, you did the math. She did.
He did The Preacher's Wife in 11 seasons of Law and Order. Not a spinoff of Law and Order, Law and Order. And we know if you on regular Law and Order, when you leave, you ain't got no other career. He can leave me alone. So he get an edible arrangements. I'm being benevolent.
Oh my God.
I mean, just talking about Stabler's. Stabler's just now coming back to SUV.
We ain't talking about Stabler. We talking about. I'm trying to get Angela Bassett. You understand me? You understand me?
I understand you.
I get up in the morning and I put on that tight ass restrictive waist trainer and do crunches. You want to know why I do it? Just in the off chance I see Angela. Okay, I need Angela to think that I'm sexy.
Lloyd is right.
I can see if she tastes like mangoes. Okay.
What? You might not want to see Lloyd's comment.
You don't know about the mango joke.
What did Lloyd say?
No, you might not want to see Lloyd's comment.
Liz and my children have pictures with Angela.
Tia, Tia, me and Jesse will fill you in later about the mango joke.
Anybody fill me in too?
Yeah, I'm gonna fill you in.
Oh my God.
You know who's beautiful to me in that form?
2 panels ago.
Zendaya. Zendaya.
Oh, I do love Zendaya.
And guess what? She loves people. She says she loves people. You know what that means? We all have our shots.
Exactly. And whoever the chick is that plays London Tipton.
Oh, Brenda Song. She's beautiful.
Brenda Song. She's
my particle. Oh yeah, that's my.
Taz better have her do that.
Shay Mitchell though. Oh.
Kiki and I also like the woman who plays the mother of Zach and Cody.
Who?
Okay, first of all, she's on Supernatural. The woman who played the mother of Zach and Cody on Zach and Cody's Sweet Life.
Okay.
I love her. She's on TikTok, you guys.
She's on TikTok.
Tia,
what about Amanda Tappan?
My life.
What about Amanda Tappan?
Who?
Amanda Tappan.
Oh, and
yeah.
Follow the dude from Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. Wait. What about Gullah Gullah?
The guy from Gullah Gullah Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow him too.
Oh, I follow Tony from out of the box.
I got
Tony
some
from Out of the Box. He's on YouTube. Out of the box. Out of the box.
I have a crush on Sheldon Cooper, where I know in real life he is a gay man.
You have a crush on Sheldon?
Really? How? Why?
I am Sheldon. I am the Sheldon of my fucking group. Leave me alone. Shit.
Why?
Dude, but like,
dude, but why?
Peter's the Sheldon of all of our friends. It's okay.
First of all, if you pay attention, if I'm downstairs in my living room, I always sit in the same spot. Nobody is able to sit in my spot. Okay. Understand this.
Okay.
Also, I do take trips to train museums. I do not drive myself. I hang out at the comic book shop, and I'm an out of the box collector.
Sheldon, hi Sheldon.
Really, Taz?
Degrees in science.
Taz, but seriously though, really?
You know. Okay, listen. Okay, I can understand where this thing is because I have a crush on Reed from Criminal Minds. Oh, Spencer Reed could. Spencer Reed.
Oh, who's one of my weird crushes? I don't know what.
Oh, or Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore. Yeah.
Shamar. Oh,
Shamar Moore. Yeah. Shamar Moore.
I'm the only person on the planet that's not attracted to Shamar Moore, but I am attracted to Garcia and Reed.
Oh yeah, Garcia's hot.
I'm telling you, Reed is A1. And then when he starts talking about that,
if you have to choose between Reed and Garcia, Reed gonna die because I'm saving Garcia.
She's so adorable.
But she also speaks HTML.
What?
Lloyd just said
she can speak binary. She can
Lloyd just said past BFF status is going down.
He wants Angela and she is mine.
Oh.
Okay, we didn't get all the way off a topic.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm tired.
Oh, good grief. And my little brother, oh my goodness. And my brother is clowning me in a damn comment.
Yes, I'm going to sleep.
And the only reason he's clowning me is because we're coming to the end of our twinning stage. Because for about 35 days, we're the same age each year. And we're coming to the end where I finally become the big sister again. So he's trying to get everything at. Did you say?
Taz.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Lord, you done lost your damn mind saying that my BFF status is going down. But she wants Angela and she is not. She ain't yours. I'm still your big sister. So I get what I get. And and to quote my favorite movie, motherfucker, I got better insurance. I'm older, I'm wiser, I got better insurance. And I got a bigger bank account. Try me if you want to. Keep playing. Keep that.
Okay, Taz, girlfriend. Hey, I'm going to sleep. I'll see you.
So am I.
Me too.
We coming back tomorrow. I just had to
check the chat real quick.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll come back tomorrow, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to end the broadcast. If you want to stay so we can talk behind, we can't. But I'm going to end the live.
Okay.
As always, each one teach one, each one reach one. Sorry, we got off topic, but you got 4 black people on the panel. I don't know what y'all thought was going to happen.
It happened. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Okay. K-pop, we're always Eastern Standard Time, but I always I schedule it, and if you subscribe to the channel, it'll give you an alert. But good night.
Night.